So this is a corner sink base cabinet that we'll put together here. It's a little more complicated than some of the other cupboards because of all the angles. This particular cupboard has, it has two sides, but it has three backs. So we'll get into that. So we've got our face frame, we've got our two sides, we've got two of the backs down there, and the other back leaning up over here. Behind it is the base of the cabinet. On the floor we have the kick plate, the corner support that goes in near the top after it's all together. We have the false drawer front and the door, and then over here we have the shelf. And now we'll start to put the cabinet together. We're going to put it together upside down. So this is the drawer, which will end up at the top. We have our side here. Remember, this is the cutout for the kick plate to go in, so it's going to be at the top now. All the grooves and holes, they all go to the inside. So if we hold the face frame up here, this side is going to slide right into the groove right there. Just get it in, slide it all the way down. This is what makes the Rockwood cabinets really strong, because it has this sliding joint which cannot be pulled apart. Same thing. It just slides into the slot right like that, all the way down. And you want it to end up nice and flush here, which we've got, nice and flush. And then the next piece that we're going to put in is the bottom of the cabinet. And the bottom of the cabinet will fit in to the grooves that we have here. Okay, so we're going to put the bottom into the cabinet next. There is a front and a back to the bottom. This one is 16 1/8. This one down here is 16 3/4, and it's the 16 3/4 edge that goes into the face frame. So this goes into all the slots. Just pushes right into the face frame. There we go, just like that. Keep it tight here, and that'll hold it up. Just like that. So we're going to put, this piece will go right into the groove that you see here. So we'll just hold this up. This will just fit right in there. Just like that. There we go. Here. Okay, and then you do the same thing on the other side. So by putting this cabinet together upside down, it makes it fairly easy for one person to put together. So the last thing we're going to do is take the back and we will slide it down into the cabinet. The back has the pre-drilled holes, so you know that these holes will line up with the back. There's no actual groove for it to sit in. It goes in just like this. Once again, we'll just slide it down, get it in here. Get this one over here. And down it goes. Okay, so we've slid the backboard right down to the bottom. It's nice and flush here. And to help us out a little bit, this is a big cupboard. So I just popped a screw in each end here, one on this side, one on the other side. That just helps keep it together while we're trying to get everything to fit together. So remember, this is a This is a complicated piece. It has a lot of angles going on. But once you get things all fitting nicely squared up and into the grooves, and with a bit of juggling, it will fit very nicely. We're going to start putting the screws into the pre-drilled holes. It's nice to start with the back. Start with the back first and then move to the sides. Getting the screws in the back will make sure that the bottom gets pulled nicely towards the back for a really nice fit. So here we go. See, that pulls it right to the back nice and tight. These screws in the back give the cabinet a lot of stability. And so once you have these, you can move around and just continue putting screws in all of the pre-drilled holes. So we'll finish putting the nails in. We can leave our helper screw in there. When you're doing your nailing, make sure that they go in nice and straight. You don't want any nails coming out on the inside of your cabinet. So just keep it nice and straight. So we have our corner cabinet assembled. It looks great, everything fits nice, it's tight. Then the next thing we'll do is put on the kickboard. The kickboard goes on like this with the notches down. Goes in like this. So now that we've flipped our cabinet over, we're right side up. Everything looks good. We're nice and flush at the top, all our corners. And now we're ready to put in our support bracket here. All the screws are all pre-drilled in the back. So we'll just use those pre-drilled holes to start putting this in. Start with the back. Just like that. Okay. So we have the rest of the corner blocks here. These ones will go into each corner there, and then these ones will go up at the front. Then we're ready to move on and put in the shelf, put in the flip down front, and the door. So we've now put the shelf in. The shelf can be sometimes a little difficult to put in. You may want to get somebody to help you. You may also find that to get the shelf in, you have to put the shelf in first, lift it up, and then put the pins in underneath it. If you're using this as a sink base, meaning you're going to put a sink in here to do your dishes, then you may not want the shelf in there at all because of all the plumbing pipes. Now we're going to move on and put in the false door. You'll see that these are already pre-drilled to make it nice and easy for you. So we take our drill, put one in here, one up at the top here. Once again, look for the pre-drilled holes. This is our drawer front, and you'll also see on the back the pre-drilled holes. We put these on, attach these to. Put the other screw in, right into the pre-drilled hole. So as you can see, this is screwed to the bottom of our drawer front. because in the end it will tip out. The last screw in, just like that. We're going to put it in so that it sits up on the top part of the drawer so that we don't have to put the screw in too far, because we certainly don't want the screw coming through the front of the drawer panel. So we'll just center it up here, put that there. So we have our tip out tray. Tips out, we've got our tray. The tray will slide out if we need to take it out to clean it. And don't forget to put your bumpers on. One on each end, right in the middle. And there we go, just like that. Put in the hinges for the door. Remember to look at your floor plan to make sure that you hinge the door on either the left or the right side according to your plan. So this is the last part of the assembly right here. We're putting on the door, and the hinges, the screws in snug, but don't over tighten. And then lastly, put on your bumper, one up in each corner, close the door. It's on nice, slow close hinges. And there we are, just like that. And there's our corner sink base.